Hey guys, what is up? If you have clicked into this video wanting to learn about the Interactive Brokers mobile app, then you have come to the right video. I will cut to the chase. So in this video, I will help you to understand what each of the tab means, how to search for stocks, how to buy and sell stocks, how to set stop losses and take profits, how to deposit and withdraw, and how to convert your currency. The Interactive Brokers Pro mobile app is largely similar to the Interactive Brokers web portal. So if you go through until the end of this video, then you'll be also able to perform most of the functions on the web portal. And if you're wondering, I personally prefer the IBKRPRO mobile app more than the web portal, just because it is less buggy and less laggy. I appreciate if you can take a second to smack the like button down below. It means the world to me. And with all of that out of the way, let's jump right into today's content. Alright, number one, let's start by familiarizing ourselves with the app interface. I'm a firm believer of setting up yourself for success, so let's try to organize the app the way that we like so that we can get the most of the things within a click or two. So jumping onto the mobile app, let's go to the last tab and click more. Then we go to customize navigation in the middle. So you can see we have customized the tab bar and you can drag the icons to organize the tabs, but I personally like all these 5 tabs. So we have home, portfolio, trade, watch list, and account. So once you organize that, you can shift around whichever you like, but this is how I like it. Then you can press done. Alright, after that, go to configuration, then scroll downwards. Then under the display tab, you can see there is this allow 6 tabs. So make sure to turn this on so that it allows 6 tabs instead of 5 tabs. So once you turn that on, then you are good to go. Now let's start from the leftmost tab. So we start from the home tab. On the top is your net liquidation value or your net asset value. So it is the combination of your stocks plus your cash value. So that is the total amount. So moving on, we have SPX, NDX. So this is the indices. SPX is the S&P 500 index and NDX is the Nasdaq Composite Index. Then scroll downwards, we have some market updates. We have top news from the market. Then we also have news from your portfolio, the stocks that you hold in your portfolio. So yep, so more of that. Then we have my watch list. So nothing much here. Let's skip until the next tab, which is the portfolio tab. So right away you are presented with this screen with a lot of numbers. I know it can be a little bit confusing, but let's start by looking at it one by one. Alright, so at the top you have your account number and your daily P&L, means your profit and loss lah. Whatever you gain is your profit, whatever you loss is in terms of red color lah. So NLV is the total amount in terms of stocks plus cash. So whatever you deposit plus the value of your stock is your NLV on the top right corner. And then we can click onto the small arrow at the details. Then you can see, so only 2 numbers that you have to see here is the XLIQ, which is your liquidation value plus your buying power. So your buy power, buy PWR, is actually the amount of cash in US dollars that you are able to buy US stocks. So that applies to whichever currency or whichever financial market that you are buying in. Then moving downwards, we have the instruments or the stocks that I hold. So currently Tesla is on the top. Before I dive into what each of the stock does and what each of the column does, let's go to the top right hand corner, click on it, and then you have this portfolio options. So you have convert currency, close time-based currencies, close positions, manage columns. Alright, so I want you to click onto the manage columns, go into it. Now we have the arrangement in this way. This is how I like to arrange it, so feel free to drag around, but I believe by default your app won't look like this. So what you can do is click on the add columns on the bottom left, then go to the 4th tab, which is the position and P&L. So now I personally like these few tabs, which is the average price, which is the price of each position that I have in my portfolio. So let's say I bought Tesla at $450, then it will show my price at $450. And then position is the number of stocks I have. So if I have 10 Tesla stocks, then it will show 10. If I have 1 Tesla stock, it will show 1 position. Then moving downwards, we have unrealized P&L, which is the unrealized profit and loss. So simply put, if I bought Tesla at $450 and now Tesla is trading at $800, so my unrealized profit is $350. Alright, so once that is done, we have this 3 tick, then you can press done. Now you have this column. Alright, so zooming in this Tesla stock, so just click into it. You will see that Tesla traded on Nasdaq with the name Tesla Inc. is last traded at $886.15. And then you can also see that the position, which is the number of stocks I have, average price, and unrealized P&L. So these are the stocks that I have in my Interactive Brokers account. So pretty simple. Now I want to skip the trade tab. I will jump into it later when I show you how to buy and sell your stocks. Next, let's go to the watch list tab, which is pretty self-explanatory. So watch list, it functions just like every other watch list. So what you can do here is insert new list. Then let's say I want to name it. Okay. So let's say I want to put Tesla into my watch list. So look for Tesla. Then you have TSLA listed on Nasdaq. Click onto it. Click into Tesla. Now you have Tesla in your watch list. Moving on, we have the accounts tab. So I know there's a lot of numbers. I mean, literally numbers. If I unhide these numbers, but there's a lot of numbers here. It's okay. It's a little bit confusing. Just look at the few items. Net liquidation value. That is a total cash plus stocks, and then your securities gross position value, which is at number 4. That is the total amount, the total value of your stocks or ETFs and whatever. And then cash is cash. So net liquidation value is a sum of your securities gross position value plus your cash. Okay, that's all you need to know. Alright, now we have a basic understanding of the app. So now let's look for stocks. Now jumping back to the mobile app, let's look for stocks. You can go into any tab and look for the magnifying glass on the top left corner. Hit it, and then you can look for any stock that you want. So let's say I want to search for Tesla, TSLA. You can search the stock code or the stock symbol, or just using Tesla's full name, it's fine. Click into it. Now we can see Tesla Inc. on the top left. Plus the watch list, you can add it into a watch list. Then the wheel book, options and spreads, you can just ignore it. So here Tesla is currently trading at $884.42 pre-market. So looking at bid, that is the price that people are willing to buy. That's why they are bidding at 884.5. As for the right hand side, ask is the price that people are willing to sell their stocks. So usually the ask price will be higher than the bid price, but we can ignore that. So moving down, you have the stock chart, which is pretty small. I'd rather just use this on my trading view on my laptop. I mean, you can play around with it. If you look for the arrow, the double arrow there, then that will expand the chart to be a full chart. It's pretty neat. It's a good way for you to have your last line of checking just before you buy your stocks. So you can also buy, sell here, but let's not do that here. Then going back, you can look for the settings icon on the top right corner here. Click into it. That is where you change your chart settings. So you can change to the area graph, to the bar graph, to the candle graph, change the bar size, time period. So outside RTH, I'll talk about it in a very short moment. Okay, so moving downwards, so you can enable or disable indicators. So that is all the technical indicators. So let's say I want to add a RSI. So I move to momentum studies. Look for relative strength. So add RSI. Now I have RSI here. So let's say I want RSI 21. Now I should be able to see my RSI here. Yeah. So you can see this is my RSI 21 period. Now let's move on to the market data. We have open and close, which is the open and closing price, 52-week high and low, the volume, average volume, and the volume today, and the historical volume, the earning per share, PE ratio, dividend yield, the inherent volatility, and the market cap. So pretty standard, quick financial summary of Tesla. Nothing much. So scrolling downwards, you have calendar events. You can ask the iBot, which is the AI bots, the customer service. You have tip ranks. You can look at analyst ratings. Average target price $623. What a donkey. Yeah, whole 325. What a donkey. Then we have sentiment and news. No, Tesla is very bullish. Right. So going back, we have news and whatnot, right? So moving on, I know this is the section that you all have been waiting for, which is to buy and sell stocks. So I'm gonna be as detailed as possible when I go through this buy and sell process. Let's go to the trade button in the middle. Click trade. So what you want to do, if you want to buy, click the buy order. If you want to sell, click the sell order. So in this case, let's say I want to buy Tesla stock. So I hit the buy order, enter the symbol. Tesla is TSLA. Hit search. You will come into this screen where you have Tesla, Nasdaq stock. Then you also have Tesla's bond. But what you want is a stock or a common stock. So look for the stock. So once you enter this page, this is where you can place your buy order for Tesla stock. So now Tesla is trading at $886 pre-market. Do note that this is delayed price. So if you want live market data, then you have to subscribe and pay monthly. I think it's around $20 per month. So you can see your available funds and the position that you have right now. If you have no position, then it will be 0 here. So quantity, this is where we input how many stocks of Tesla we want to buy, right? So on the right drop down menu, you can click into it. You can select between shares or between US dollars. So US dollars is typically for those that can buy fractional shares. But since I am on TradeStation Global, I can't buy fractional shares. It will deny my transaction. So I can only buy full shares. So click onto the shares. Then you can click the 100 and just input how many stocks you want to buy. If I want to buy 5, just put in 5. Alright, so that will be around 4.4k US dollars. You do the math. Right, so order type, very important. There are 3 types of order types. I know there's a lot of types here, but I usually use limit or market. Now, limit means if you set Tesla at a limit, let's say I want to buy Tesla at $850. So I set a limit at $850. When Tesla hits $850, it will match the trade. Now the second choice is market. So if you just want to get Tesla right now at this moment and you don't care what Tesla is trading, then hit the market. That means you will be buying Tesla at market value regardless at what price that you set in. But I would totally recommend you to use the limit to hit the price that you want. So remember to use limit if you are just starting out with this investing app. So another one is the mid price. So this just uses the midpoint of the ask and bid spread. So I don't really use this one because I can't see the live data. So let's just use limit. Alright, 5 shares of Tesla and limit price 850, time in force. Alright, so click the drop down menu. There's day, good till cancel, and at the opening. So if you want to set the buy order for that particular day, then you click day. So the second one is good till cancel. As its name sounds, the buy order will always be there until you cancel it. So if you just want to place Tesla to buy at $850, regardless of when your buy order expires, then you can select good till cancel. But I would also generally recommend you not to use good till cancel because we humans tend to forget. And then the third one is the at the opening. So right now I'm at pre-market. So if you want to place an order when the market opens, you can choose at the opening. I personally like to use day, and then display size, you can just ignore it. It's at 0. So outside RTH, so this is where things get interesting. Outside RTH means outside regular trading hour. So for the Nasdaq or the US stock market, it is 9:30 AM to 4:30 PM. Now, interactive brokers have this feature where you can buy stocks pre-market when the market has not opened yet. So outside RTH is very helpful if you want to buy the stocks before the market opens. I personally like it, but you can also disable it yourself. And then price management algorithm, just leave it on. And attach order, right? Just before we buy this stock, if you want to set a take profit or a stop loss, you can use this option. So you can click attach order. You can set your profit taker and your stop loss. It's pretty self-explanatory. I will talk more about it in detail later in the stop loss section. Alright, so once my trade is ready, you can just slide to submit buy. That is all you need to know to buy Tesla stock. Now that is buying your stock. how about selling your stock? It's basically the same thing, but you just do it in the reverse order. So in this section, I'm gonna show you how you can set a stop loss or take profits on your existing stocks. So right now, jumping onto my portfolio, I have Tesla in my portfolio. So click onto my Tesla, then you will come into this page. So scroll to the bottom, you want to hit this thing called the exit strategy. So you'll come into this page. This is where you can set your stop losses and take profits if you want to set one for your stocks. I don't do it, but this is just for illustration purpose, either one. So let's say I want to take profit for Tesla when it hits $1,000, and there you go, that is take profit. And stop loss, same thing, you can set a stop loss when Tesla, let's say, hits $650 and press done. And once you're done, you can just slide to submit. So I've pretty much covered all the basic features that you will need to buy and sell your stocks, as well as managing your portfolio and whatsoever. Now, you can't buy stocks without having money inside your account, right? So in this section, I will share with you how you can fund and withdraw money from your account. So just a quick plug-in, I've actually previously made a video on interactive brokers on the top right corner, and I've actually covered the funding guide, but I will do it more in detail in this video, so please continue watching. Now I'm gonna fund the account with Singapore dollars just because interactive brokers support Sing dollar. But if you're watching this from another country, feel free to replace the Sing dollar with any currency that interactive brokers supports. Now before we proceed any further, I'll be funding my account on my laptop just because I feel it is safer and better to manage multiple tabs at once when we are talking about huge amount of money. You can do the same on your mobile app, it's the exact same steps, but for the sake of showing, I'll be using the Interactive Brokers web portal. So this is actually a written guide that I've written before on my Instagram, so feel free to go check it out, link in description below. So step 1, you can initiate transfer inside your Interactive Brokers platform. Under transfer and pay, choose transfer funds, choose bank wire, and then your currency will be Sing dollar or whichever you prefer. Now step 2, fill in the transfer instructions inside Interactive Brokers. Your sending institution will be the bank that you'll be sending your money from. So in this case, CIMB Bank Berhad for CIMB Singapore. Your account number will be the account number that you will be sending your money from as well. So your CIMB Singapore account number, then deposit amount, say 2,000 Sing dollar, and click get wire instructions. What that will do is actually telling Interactive Brokers that get ready to receive 2,000 Sing dollar from this guy. So once you've done that, Interactive Brokers is ready to receive your funds. So now record the details and then we can proceed to fund from your bank. So step number 3, record down the following details. You'll be getting the bank wire instructions, so record down the 2 key details here. A, the 11-digit bank account number for Interactive Brokers, and B, the payment reference in the form of U127 and /Mr. your name. You will also want to note the wire funds to. For the case of Interactive Brokers in Singapore, it will be Citibank NA Singapore. So step number 4, log into your CIMB's Click Singapore or your local bank account and initiate transfer to Citibank NA Singapore or whichever it is for your country's Interactive Brokers. Step 5, transfer from CIMB Singapore to Interactive Brokers. For transfer from, fill in your CIMB Singapore account number. The amount will be the amount in Sing dollar. Beneficiary account, which is the 11-digit Interactive Brokers bank account number. Beneficiary name will be Interactive Brokers, and the message to recipient and remarks, fill in the payment reference that was shown earlier in the bank wire instructions, which is in the form of U127 /Mr. your name. And after that, all you need to do is just wait for Interactive Brokers to receive the fund from your Singapore or whatever account that you are sending from. Now, from my experience, for my money to reach Interactive Brokers account, it is usually pretty fast, around 30 minutes to 1 hour, and some people even reported that they waited for 3 hours, but I think that is pretty fast enough. So as for withdrawal, it is exactly the opposite of what you did with funding your account, so you can do the reverse process, and if you have any problem, feel free to DM me on Instagram. Alright, so that is for funding and withdrawal. Now, before you buy any stocks, remember you need to convert your currency. And for my case, since I am investing in the US stock market, I will be converting my Sing dollar into US dollar. Now, jumping back to the mobile app, you can do the same on the web portal or on the mobile app. It's the same thing. Now go to the accounts tab. At the bottom, you have this convert currency, click onto it. So now you can convert your currency to the currency that you want. Now since I want to buy US stocks, I need to convert to US dollars. So the currency I have right now is Sing dollar. So you have balance right here. Then the currency I want is US dollars. So I have 200 US dollars right here. So once I do that, just hit slide to submit. That's simple. Now what that will do is convert your Sing dollar to US dollars at spot rate plus 2 US dollars. So there is a small fee for every time you convert your money into any other currency. So try not to convert too little, else you will be paying too much for the conversion fee. Also, just a quick note here, if you are remitting funds overseas, I will highly recommend you to use TransferWise as it provides you a phenomenal FX rates compared to your local banks. And you will be able to save so much money by using TransferWise to remit your money. So feel free to use my TransferWise referral link down below. I receive a small kickback and in return, you'll be able to save money on your international transfer. So it's a win-win for both of us. Why not? So yeah, I've pretty much covered all the basic features and functions you ever need to buy and sell or invest in the US market, or just any financial market. So just take your time to explore the app and I'm sure you will love the app. Alright, that is all for today's video. Help me smack the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you find this video helpful or if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comments down below and I really appreciate that. And with that said, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay invested, and I will see you in the next one.